Good evening. Welcome to the show. The tie that I'm wearing, incidentally, was brought to me by one of my fans, Frank Troy from Rhode Island. Frank and I always have dinner up here once. Unfortunately, Frank went home. He's not feeling well. I'm wearing your tie, Frank. Get better. Let's do it again next year. And speaking of next, let's look at our races right after this. Chase race 2 1/16 miles. These are 4 and up. They're in for claiming tags, 25 down to 20. The 2 entry, the favorite.
On the outside, then it's Eskimo Cove. Next comes a Sombrero Alon and Pole Bean, followed by Roberto's Grace and Spicy's Choice. Moving for the far turn, and Green Highlander is in front by about 3 lengths. Cold Beauty trying to come back. There's a move on the outside now from Hudson Bay. Hudson Bay and Green Highlander. The stablemates heads apart, come into the stretch. Hudson Bay on the outside and Green Highlander towards the inside. Running in third is Cold Beauty. They're at the final fence. Green Highlander on the inside, Hudson Bay on the outside. It's going to be these two to the wire. Hudson Bay gets the lead. Green Highlander second.
A good battle by the entry here. The 2X Green Highlander, the 2B Hudson Bay, they hit the wire together. And the winner is Hudson Bay, and this is a track record. William Lickle, R. Hendricks, Arch Kingsley Jr., 610, 570, 330. You got the same for Green Highlander. Cold Beauty pays $5 to show and rounds out the 2-3 exact to 35.60. Next race is the second. It's 5.5 furlongs. These are maiden filly 2-year-olds. They're in for claiming tags of $50,000. Favorite, the number 1, Market Miss with Richard Migliori.
And they're off, and Microscope and Erin Emily come away for the lead. Down on the inside, it's Mysteriosa. It is Erin Emily and Mysteriosa on the inside now to challenge. Mysteriosa takes the lead. Erin Emily is in second. Microscope running in third, and Market Miss is fourth. Then it's Martin's Choice and French Lake, and trailing the field is Pilfer Proof. They move around the turn. The opening quarter goes in 22-2. Mysteriosa in front, 3/4 of a length. Erin Emily tracking right behind in second. Then it's Microscope on the outside in third. Market Miss down on the inside in fourth. It's a gap of 4 to Pilfer Proof, French Lake, and Martin's Choice. They're in the stretch. Mysteriosa under the whip now continues to hold a short lead. Erin Emily to challenge now on the outside. Erin Emily now takes the lead. Mysteriosa back in second. Then it's Microscope and Market Miss. They're at the 16th pole. Erin Emily drawing clear here. She's going to go on to victory and do it impressively. The battle is for second. Microscope gets the place spot.
Erin Emily was actually faster than the one they made the favorite, Market Miss. She had run on the turf. This, I do believe, was on the dirt. And the winner is Erin Emily, the Juju Jen stable. Eugene Meyer, Jose Santos. Second favorite returns. 880, 410, 310. Microscope 560, 380. Mr. Rossi is 730. Quinella 3553 is $18. Exacta 35, $34. And the first of the doubles, the 2-3s, $29.20. Here's the third. This is a sprint. These are maiden 2-year-olds. They're New York State breds. The favorite, the number 5, Rampant Lion with Mike Smith.
And they're off. Fill the grip on the extreme outside. Little Orphan Groovy is there. Little Orphan Groovy is short lead. Michael's Gift is second. Powder Off in third. Fill the grip now back in fourth. Irish Silence is fifth. So Many Possibilities in sixth. Reigning King down on the rail is seventh. Then Slice of Light in eighth. Rampant Lion is ninth. The trailers Patrick Dunn and Dreamin' Dean is 11th. The opening quarter goes in at 22 seconds. Fill the grip. Up on the outside to once again get the lead. Little Orphan Groovy is running in second, and Powder Off is now in third. Michael's Gift is back in fourth. Then it's Irish Silence running in fifth. Reigning King towards the inside in sixth, and So Many Possibilities is seventh. The field comes for the head of the stretch, and Fill the Grip is the one to catch as they turn for home. The half mile in 45-4. It's Fill the Grip now by 4 lengths. Little Orphan Groovy is second. On the outside is Powder Off. Towards the inside, Irish Silence, Reigning King, and So Many Possibilities. Phil the Grip in charge here. It will be Phil the Grip to go on to victory. The battle for second, Irish.
Well, the way they were betting this race, you knew it would be either Rampant Lion or Phil the Grip, two horses that had run decent races last time out. Phil the Grip gets the blinkers and gets the win rather easily. John Parada, Alan Goldberg, Jose Santos, consecutive double for Jose, and Phil the Grip second choice, 7:45 and 4. Irish Silence 9:10 and 6. Powder off 590. Exacta 12 9s, 88.50 double, 312, $37.60. Here's the fourth. They're going 6.5 furlongs. These are fillies and mares 3 and up. Claiming tags 35,000. Attracts acclaim. The favorite, the number 4, Austin's Blaze. Gaspar Mochero will take it. Pack Day rides.
And they're off. Cascade Canyon away for the lead. Wave Runner is running in second. Winlock's Peggy in third. Then Austin's Blaze is in fourth. It's a gap of 2.5 lengths to Crafty Jam and Home in Kentucky and Hilda May. And trailing the field is Attack Me Not. They continue down the back stretch. It is Wave Runner and Cascade Canyon heads apart for the lead. Winlock's Peggy right there in third. Towards the inside, Austin's Blaze had to check there a bit. The opening quarter goes in a fast 21 and 4 as they move around the turn. Winlock's Peggy emerges with a short lead. On the outside is Wave Runner running in second. Cascade Canyon is now back in third. Then it's Home in Kentucky and Hilda May gaining on the outside. Crafty Jam in between horses. Down on the rail is Austin's Blaze, and Attack Me Not is coming through on the rail as they hit the head of the stretch. It is Wave Runner, a short lead. Cascade Canyon coming back on the outside. Winlock's Peggy is back in third. Attack Me Not attacking now on the outside. Inside the 8th pole. Attack Me Not on the outside gets the lead. Then it's Wave Runner and Cascade Canyon. They come down for the line, and Attack Me Not will win. By 3.
Benefiting from the speed duel and a perfect ride by Chavez, not losing any ground on the turn. Attack Me Not attacks at the right time for Harry Manassian, Phil Surfy, Jorge Chavez. 20-40, 970, 570. Wave Runner 1360, 680. Cascade Canyon 550 to show. Quinella 2882s 113.50. Exacta 2 and 8, $213. And the pick 3, the 312-2, $346.50. On to the fifth. This is 6.5 furlongs, maiden fillies and mares 3 and up. There's a rumor that one of the fastest fillies to be unveiled this year is here. Her name, Bearing Cruz. Her number 8, her rider, Pat Day.
And they're off. Awake broke well on the outside. A Countess towards the inside. There goes Valid Evidence now. It's Awake and Valid Evidence heads apart for the lead. A Countess is running in third. Towards the inside, Uno Dos is fourth. Bearing Cruz is next in fifth. Then on the outside is a Breadcrumb running in sixth. Boudra is seventh. Saratoga Mist in eighth. In the Will is ninth. Midnight Buffet in 10th. And Crystal for Karen is 11th. The first quarter in 22 seconds. Valid Evidence by a head. Awake on the outside is running in second. Then towards the inside, it's Uno Dos. Bearing Cruz in between. On the outside is Breadcrumb. Then comes a Countess running in sixth. Saratoga Mist and Boudra. They come for the head of the stretch. The half mile in 45 and 3. It's Awake on the outside, and now Bearing Cruz is gaining ground. Bearing Cruz on the outside with Awake. Those two heads apart for the lead. Uno Dos is running in third as they come for the 16th pole. Bearing Cruz now takes the lead. Awake is in second. Uno Dos is third. Bearing Cruz wins her debut, roaring away.
Nice professional debut by this homebred from William Kilroy and Will Farish. Neil Howard has her ready. Pat Day rides her, and it's a very, as I said, professional performance. She returns as a heavy favorite. 4, 320, and 3. Awake, 13 and 9. Uno Dos, 11. The exact 8-11, $65. And the try, 8 over, I guess, an all the 8-11 too, $1,354. over the Mellon Turf Course. These are 3-year-olds claiming tag 75 to 70. Now, there's a late scratch here. The number 5, Hail the Lion. If you use this horse in the pick 6, you move to the post-time favorite, American Informer, with Jean-Luc Samy.
And they're off. Damien's Fantasy, American Informer on the outside, Jetting Robert. Game's On came away running in 4th. Then it's Lonsdale, Max Oscar, and Remembering Cass. The trailers are Dot's Gem and Northern Shaker. The 3-year-olds move around the clubhouse turn. And on the outside, Game's On has gone up to get the lead. Game's On with the lead. American Informer right there on the inside in 2nd. It's a gap of 4.5 lengths now to Damien's Fantasy in 3rd, and Jetting Robert is 4th. The opening quarter goes in 23 and 3. They've straightened away now and are moving down the backstretch, and it's Game's On and American Informer heads apart for the lead. Those two have opened up 6 lengths on Damien's Fantasy. Then comes Jetting Robert in 4th, Lonsdale coming through on the inside to be 5th. Then it's Max Oscar, Dot's Gem on the outside, followed by Remembering Cass and trailing Northern Shaker. The half mile in 46 and 3. American Informer on the inside leads now by a neck. Game's On the outside is 2nd by 3.5. Now Damien's Fantasy is a closer 3rd. Dot's Gem moves up on the outside to 4th. Jetting Robert is 5th. Then it's Lonsdale and Max Oscar. They're at the head of the stretch. American Informer with the lead. Damien's Fantasy now to challenge. Game's On is dropped back. They're at the 8th pole. American Informer under the whip on the outside. Damien's Fantasy. Those two heads apart for the lead. Damien's Fantasy on the outside gets the lead. American Informer is 2nd. Damien's Fantasy wins by a half length. American Informer
Bailey puts Game's On into a speed duel with American Informer. American Informer, who might have had an easy lead, is pressured, does extremely well, but Damien's Fantasy falls into the dream trip right behind the speed and takes over. Frank Marino, Manny Tortora, Shane Sellers, Damien's Fantasy. 820, 390, 290. American Informer, 350, 290. Lonsdale, 350. The 7-2, $21.60. The 7's a good one because it's a sprint for fillies and mares 3 and up. It's at allowance conditions, and it features the return of a star. Golden Attraction, Jerry Bailey riding.
Kudos for Sweets towards the inside, and there goes Golden Attraction. Golden Attraction up to get the lead. Kudos for Sweets is running in 2nd. Then it's Little Buckles and Green Strawberry. They're heads apart 3rd and 4th, and a gap of 5 lengths to the trailer, Wild Lightning. It is Golden Attraction leading now by a little more than a length. The opening quarter goes in a strong 21 and 4. Golden Attraction leads the field into the far turn, and she's in front now by 2.5 lengths. On the outside is Little Buckles now moving into 2nd. Green Strawberry is 3rd. Kudos for Sweets back to 4th, and Wild Lightning is 5th. They're coming for the head of the stretch, and it's the champion Golden Attraction leading it as they turn for home. The half mile in 45 seconds. Golden Attraction by 2.5 lengths. Little Buckles is 2nd. Wild Lightning now coming through on the rail to be 3rd. Coming for the 16th pole. And Jerry Bailey is motionless there on Golden Attraction. She's in front by 3.5, and she'll win her return race here impressively. Golden Attraction, the winner. Little Buckles.
Watch Jerry through the stretch before you give this a speed figure. He's just not asking her. She's ready for the fall campaign. A very nice return. Should please owner William T. Young, trainer D. Wayne Lucas, and certainly rider Jerry Bailey. Golden Attraction, 290, 220, 210. Little Buckles, 270, 210. Wild Lightning, 210. 3-2 exacta, $6. Here's the 8th. This is a mile and 3/16 on the Mellon Turf Course. These are fillies and mares 3 and up. Now winners of the race, Southern Maiden claiming a starter. The favorites, the number 11, Star Capote, Pat Day.
And they're off. Going for the lead is Arden House. My Song is there towards the inside. Summer Air. Golden Seamstress on the outside moves up. Golden Seamstress and Arden House heads apart. My Song running in third. Stark Capote now advances and moves up into the third spot. And moving for the clubhouse turn, it is Arden House and Golden Seamstress, Stark Capote, My Song. Then Summer Air running in fifth. My Teddies is sixth. August Moondreams racing in seventh. Cantu Miletus is eighth, and trailing the field is Gifted. They straighten away now for the run down the back stretch. That's Arden House towards the inside. My Song is there, and Star Capote. Actually, that's My Song running in fourth. On the front end, it's Arden House, Golden Seamstress, and Star Capote. My Song running in fourth. The quarter in 23 and 4, the half mile in 48 seconds. Arden House closest to the rail, a short lead. Golden Seamstress in between. On the outside, Star Capote in third. My Song is fourth. My Teddies towards the inside. On the outside is August Moondreams gaining some ground. A big gap back to the rest. Gifted, Cantu Miletus, and Summer Air. They're coming for the head of the stretch. Arden House still with a short lead. On the outside, gaining ground, is August Moondreams. My Teddies is coming through now, but Arden House still the one to catch. My Teddies running in second. August Moondreams is third. Then My Song coming for the 16th pole. Arden House by 2 lengths. Then My Teddies. It will be Arden House to win. My Teddies was second. August Moondreams.
I hope you're at the Paddock Club this morning up here, because Dave Lifton gave out a lot of winners and made a big speech when he picked Arden House. They made a bad favorite here, Star Capote, and the other favorite, August Moondreams, acted up at the gate. But that doesn't say anything, take anything away from Arden House. She runs a big race, wiring them with Richard Migliori in the saddle for the Rolling Plains Farms and Michael J. Moran. 17, 9, 10, and 630. My Teddy, 610, 430. August Moondreams, 380. 4-6 is 91.50. Try 461, $383. And the pick 3, the old 734, $116. Oh, the pick 6. 6 of 6, $12,705. 5 of 6, $121. And here's the feature, the 12th running of the 8th Phenomenon, a grade 2, $100,000 added. This is a sprint for 3 and up. It's run at allowance conditions, and the favorite's the number 5, Prospect Bay, Jerry Bailey.
And they're off, and Light the Fuse broke well towards the inside. It's not surprising. There goes Honor and Glory. Honor and Glory goes up to get the lead. Prospect Bay is now moving into second. Then it's Light the Fuse on the outside. Towards the inside is Not Surprising. Then comes K-Rawan and Our Emblem. And lagging far behind is May I Inquire. The opening quarter in 21 and 4/5 seconds. The 3-year-old Honor and Glory leads by 3/4 of a length. Prospect Bay, the favorite on the outside, is right there in second. Light the Fuse is running in third. Then it's a gap of 2.5 lengths to K-Rawan. On the outside is Our Emblem, then the sprint champion, Not Surprising, and far back is May I Inquire. They're at the head of the stretch in the A Phenomenon, and Honor and Glory on the inside, a short lead. Prospect Bay right alongside now. Those two are heads apart. Prospect Bay, Honor and Glory. Prospect Bay is now in front. Honor and Glory is running in second. Then it's Light the Fuse, and Not Surprising inside the 16th pole, and Prospect Bay and Jerry Bailey will win by a length and a half. Honor and Glory second, farther back.
The conditions of this race really favored Prospect Bay, because there's no weight penalty if you've been a bridesmaid. And Prospect Bay's chased a lot of good ones. Today he gets the weight edge. He gets a little break when Honor and Glory's off a step slow. He gets right behind that one, takes over at will, and Prospect Bay runs big today, as a lot of people obviously expected him to. He went off the favorite despite not being that in the morning line. Lucille Conover, John Kimmel, Jerry Bailey, 573, 2220. Honor and Glory, 360, 240. Light the Fuse, 220. 5-1s, 2140. The try, the 3 favorites, 516, $50. Here's the 10th, a mile and a 16th over the Mellon Turf course, a claiming race, 75 down to 70. These are 3-year-olds. Heavy favorite here, the number 10, Dance with the Devil and John Velasquez.
And they're off. JW Blue and Northern Luck on the outside. Grand Chief is moving up. Northern Luck has the lead. Grand Chief on the outside to challenge. Then it's J.W. Blue, Garrett My Garrett, hard-headed Irishman in between horses. On the outside is Dance with the Devil. Northern Luck with the lead now. Grand Chief running in second, a gap of 3.5 to hard-headed Irishman and Dance with the Devil. Then another gap of 5 lengths to J.W. Blue running in fifth. Tom and Kath is sixth, then Rare Rock in seventh. Garrett My Garrett is eighth. Dance for Jove in ninth, and Talk About June is 10th. They're midway down the backstretch now. Northern Luck with a head in front of Grand Chief. Then it's 2.5 lengths to the favorite, Dance with the Devil running in third. Hard-headed Irishman is now in fourth. The quarter in 22-2. The half mile in 45-3. They move for the far turn. Northern Luck and Grand Chief still on the front end, battling it out. Right behind is Dance with the Devil in third. 2.5 lengths to hard-headed Irishman. J.W. Blue moves into contention on the outside and is moving up for the leaders. They're at the head of the stretch. Dance with the Devil, short lead. J.W. Blue on the outside. Northern Luck is back in third. Then it's Grand Chief, followed by Rare Rock on the inside. Tom and Kath. It's Dance with the Devil and J.W. Blue. They're heads apart for the lead in deep stretch. J.W. Blue, Dance with the Devil. They're heads apart as they come down for the line. J.W. Blue, and on the inside, Dance with the Devil. They hit the line together.
Doesn't get any better than this. This was really a 2-horse race on paper. Dance with the Devil faster, but Dance with the Devil with the outside post. And as for J.W. Blue, gets a perfect trip under Craig Perrette. Dance with the Devil is in a little bit of the speed duel. They come down the stretch, nose to nose. It's going to be decided right at the wire. Watch them hit it almost as a team. And the photo finish camera revealed that J.W. Blue, a first-time Lasix gelding, owned by Gerald Robbins and Jay Weiss. Vinnie Blaine's the trainer, Craig Perrette. 10-20, 370, 330. Dance with the Devil, 290, 250. And the all button will help you in the old try. Northern Luck, $10. The exacta, the 2 favorites inverted, 310 is 25.20. The try, 310, and a long one, 310-6 is $450. The double, 5 and 3, $28. We're going to be raining cars on you. In addition to our beat drawing, we can win the Mercedes at $10 a ticket. We're also having a drawing for a Chrysler. Chrysler has donated, in cooperation with News Channel 6, a Sebring JX1 convertible. All you got to do is come here or go to your dealer, register. There's no charge. We'll be drawing for that Chrysler, yes, on the end of the meeting. So I think on Saturday, August 31st. So get in there. This is a free shot to win a great car. A lot of cars going to be given away, and there's a lot of great racing coming your way. Good night. May the horse be with you.